On one court, a legend who ruled an era came face to face with questions about his own future. On the other, a fairy tale that had electrified an entire nation came to an end, to a standing ovation. July 10th, the Wimbledon men's semifinals. Both matches ended in straight sets, clean, tidy scorelines. But the words spoken after the matches were anything but tidy. Today, let's break down that day not through the scoreline, but through the reactions and the words. First, world number 1 Jannik Sinner, who beat Djokovic 6-4, 6-4, 6-4 to reach the final. What's interesting is how the winner spoke. His words carried less of the joy of victory and more respect for his opponent. In his on-court interview, Sinner first shared his delight at reaching the final. It's amazing to be in the final again. The atmosphere has been amazing since day one. But his words shone brightest when he spoke about the defeated Djokovic. It's amazing to see him still producing this level at 39. He's a true inspiration for all of us and for the younger generation. Sinner also left a short message on social media. Always a pleasure to share the court with you, Noel. Thanks for a great match. For the record, this win was revenge for the loss Djokovic handed him at the Australian Open this year. And yet, the winner chose respect over any provocation. And the hottest issue of the day wasn't the result, it was the loser's future. The questions at the press conference naturally turned to what lies ahead. 39 years old, a straight sets defeat in the semi-final. Retirement questions were inevitable. Djokovic accepted the loss calmly, but honestly. Of course I'm disappointed, of course I wanted to win Wimbledon, that's why I still push myself so hard. He even admitted he'd been a level or two below Sinner on the day. But on retirement, he showed clear resolve instead. Asked about playing Wimbledon next year, he answered, "I would like to come back at least one more time. Let's see." And he added, "When I'm healthy, I feel I'm still able to play as a top 10, top 5 player." Those words instantly became a major talking point among media and fans. A legend who still doesn't hide his thirst for a title. His refusal to let go of the summit drew both admiration and a question mark. How long will Djokovic's pursuit continue? That became the tournament's biggest story. Now to the other court, the semi-final of world number 114, wildcard Arthur Fery. And the real protagonist of this story wasn't Fery himself, it was the reaction to him. In the week before the semi-final, all of Britain was swept up in Fery's fairytale run. An unfamiliar name became a home hero, seemingly overnight. When Fery walked out onto a sun-drenched centre court, the crowd erupted. Sadly, the match didn't unfold like a fairy tale. World number 3 Zverev halted Fery's run, 7-6, 6-2, 6-4. Britain's new hero, following in Andy Murray's footsteps, stopped at the doorstep of the final. But the real moment came right after. As Fery left the court, the entire crowd gave him a standing ovation. The result was a defeat, but it was a tribute to the 2 weeks of joy he delivered. And this loss was no ending. With this run, Fery broke into the world's top 40, a new face of British tennis. The reaction of Zverev, who reached the final, was also a talking point. For him, this final carried special meaning. This Grand Slam has always been the one I've really struggled with, and now I'm in the final at Wimbledon. I'm incredibly happy, incredibly proud. We have one match to go on Sunday. But the most striking part was his praise for the opponent he'd just beaten. Arthur Fery is an unbelievable player. He'll play for 15+ years and have great results. This is just the beginning of his career. A winner blessing the loser's future this sincerely. It was another warm reaction the day's semifinals left behind. And so the men's final is set. Jannik Sinner versus Alexander Zverev. The defending champion and world number 1 against the Roland Garros champion and world number 2. On the marquee, it's a clash of titans, but the data points firmly in one direction. Sinner has won his last 9 meetings against Zverev, and in sets, an astonishing 14 in a row. For Zverev, chasing his first Wimbledon title, it means running into the most difficult wall possible. Can Zverev finally break this nightmare rivalry and lift his first Wimbledon trophy? Or will Sinner claim back-to-back titles and cement his era even further? That's the biggest storyline of this final. Let's wrap it up. The July 10th semifinals were a day where the words afterward ran deeper than the matches. Sinner, who won so dominantly yet never forgot his respect. Djokovic, who even in defeat still revealed his thirst for a title. Fery, who ended his fairy tale to a standing ovation. And Zverev, who blessed the future of the man he'd just beaten. Now, on Sunday, Sinner and Zverev fight it out for the trophy. Together with the women's first ever all-Czech final, the grand finale of this Wimbledon is approaching. How long do you think Djokovic's pursuit should continue, and who wins the final, Sinner or Zverev? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to see how the final ends.